order for our Youth Advisory Committee and Youth Advisory Action Board. I tried that. Sorry about that.
No worries. No worries.
It didn't move.
I got it.
Again, my name is Greg Snow. I am the Vice Chair of the Youth Action Committee. And to my left is Nikki, and we're going to send it around the room here and then also have you online. Please introduce yourselves either in the chat or voice, whatever you prefer.
Hi, so I'm Nikki DeLong. I work with Olive Crest. I am the chair of the Youth Advisory Council. Welcome, everybody.
I'm Savannah Brown. I'm the chair of the Youth Action Board.
Good morning, everyone. Gershom Gill here, Homeless Youth Coordinator with the Riverside County Office of Homeless Services. Good to be here.
Good morning, my name is Clarice. I'm the Initiative Service and YAC Coordinator.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Neha Shapatel. I'm an administrator here at Riverside County Office of Ed, and I support all the homeless youth liaisons within our school districts and charter schools.
Good morning, Rainbow Marler, Operation Safe House, Program Director.
Good morning, Ashley Sandaya, Operation Safe House and the Safe Place Coordinator. Good morning, Elena Peoples, YAC Lead Navigator for Path Life.
You folks on this.
Okay. And then again, anybody that could be online, if you wanted to introduce yourself, feel free.
Good morning, Twanisha Wilson, one-stop operator, Equus Workforce Solutions.
Good morning, Lucy Bustos, Social Service Planner for the Coordinated Entry System of Riverside County.
See.
And good morning, Elizabeth. I don't know if you want to come up. Oh, okay, I see a message from Twanisha. She says, good morning. Elizabeth, I don't know if you want to come off mute and introduce yourself.
Hello, good morning. I'm Elizabeth from Martha's Village and Kitchen. I'm the senior manager here at India facility. Thank you.
Thank you. Then Tori. Good morning, Tori.
Good morning, my name's Tori and I'm a part of YAB as the YAB secretary.
Okay. Talk to you later, okay?
Yes.
All right. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
Are we gonna meet with her about what we're gonna be doing on Monday, about her schedule?
Sorry about that, Greg. All right, back to you, Greg.
All right. Well, again, welcome, everybody. Going to move on into the next category here on our public comments. If we had anybody that was online that had anything that you had registered, Gershom, or Mark?
No,
Or anybody here in the room would welcome this at this point right now. If anybody had any public comments.
no public comments.
Oh, all right, we're good. Moving right along. We're going to go into our old business. And the first thing we have in here is a quick update from Mar.
So Mar won't be joining us today. I will be covering the updates for today. So there are no major updates other than we do have our housing projects fully set up. We have 4 out of 5 to be exact. And so all referrals can be made if you have any youth. And then Greg, if you go on to the next slide, Greg. We just included this infographic just to show you guys how our Riverside youth system of care is currently set up. So step 1 would just be to identify an eligible youth, right? Anyone who is between ages 18 to 24 and is experiencing homelessness as defined by HUD categories 1, 2, and 4. And then if your agency, if you guys have access to HMIS, you guys are able to fully assess the youth and refer them to CES, or you can also have the youth call Home Connect, or also you can locate one of our drop-in centers, which are located across our county. The Western Region drop-in center is located in Moreno Valley. That is a Bridge Wellness Center, and we have Savannah here, who's actually a peer sports specialist at that center. And then we also have the RUHS Desert Flow out in La Quinta area. And then from there, once the youth is fully assessed and doc ready, they then become eligible for housing placement. And then the wait time varies, depending on where they fall within the queue. But yeah, that's pretty much what we have set up. So if you folks have any questions, you guys are more than welcome to reach out to either myself or Marielle, or even Clarice as well. If you guys, have any questions, or, just require any additional support with navigating the youth. So I don't know if there's any questions. Yes, Rita?
So they're gonna be dock ready and then they can get connected to the housing YHVP project. Wasn't there like an emergency shelter aspect for YHVP, or is that not a thing?
No, we don't have an emergency shelter component for our YHB, but I mean, you guys can always reach out to myself. We currently do have some funds set aside where we can provide emergency housing for the time being. And it's as simple as just reaching out to myself. We provide you with a form that you can fill out. And then if the youth requires it, just immediately put them into motel room, whatever the case may be. If there's no available beds throughout our county. Good morning. And then, while the youth waits to be placed into housing in one of our IGP programs.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I remember right, Rainbow HUD funding could not go towards emergency shelter. It had to go something more permanent, correct?
Correct, yeah.
And then the other question is, because we've been sending a lot of people to the bridge, and I don't know. I feel like I'm overwhelming you guys. And I don't want that to always, so if at any point, is there like outreach teams can also just do their VI SPDATs and connect them to the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is why I always reach out to you too.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm hoping I'm not overwhelming.
No, you're good. No, because I was wondering the same thing. I don't want to overwhelm them and I don't want to, so,
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah, definitely. So, yeah, like I mentioned, we do have those funds set aside if there are no current vacancies, under the YMCA or just with emergency shelters around, the area. You guys are more than welcome to reach out to myself and, we can work it.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
no problem. Passing it back to you.
That's it. Thank you. Moving on here, next consent item is the motion and approval of our October 30th meeting. So I am open to someone putting a motion to approve these minutes. And then if I can get a second.
I'll second.
All right, so thank you, Nikki. So we are accepting those minutes from the October 30th meeting. Next category here we have is our new business. First, talking about our in-person hybrid meeting scheduled for February 26th. I know when we were off camera and off online, Nikki and Gershom were talking about our next location, which was
Moreno Valley College.
yes, we are going to be at Moreno Valley College on February 26th.
That should take
into the new year. So I did have a question on this one here about it. And I know a lot of agencies or service providers, things like that, some of them will go dark during the month of December, but we are not, correct?
Yeah, that is correct. I know we had this discussion a couple of weeks ago, and I want to say it's on December 18th.
Yes.
I know that usually around that time is when the folks tend to, start going out for the holidays, and some agencies become, extremely busy around that time. For instance, CFLC. So I think that's something that we just gotta leave it up to everybody else. Yeah.
So we will still be having a monthly, our normal monthly, but our next hybrid meeting again being on February 26th. I look forward to that as well. I have not been out to that facility at Moreno Valley College, so I look forward to that. There. Thank you for that.
No problem.
So our next one here standing, we have agency bid availability. Any updates from that? And I'm gonna probably defer to Nikki and maybe Rainbow or anybody in our crowd that would be able to provide us with an update.
Right now, I have one bid available for a male in Reno Valley. I'm interviewing Smith for it, but I do have that. And I'm gonna be having one female vacancy coming up mid-January in Palm Desert. Rainbow, do you guys have any availability?
Yeah, so we have, for our TLPs, we have 2 males and 3 females. That's here in Riverside and downtown. And then for Harrison House, which is in Thousand Palms, we have 1 male, and then we have 2 for either, so female or female.
Is your one male through the Harrison House or the Hillside?
That's through TLP. So our voucher units, we have 3.
Yeah, three available?
Yes. So, we're trying to get those filled. We're gonna be partnering with Martha soon, so.
Then we better hurry and get the application to you.
Oh, please do. Yeah, you're good. Let me know.
I have another man. We just sent you a
Okay, cool.
female for the Hillside. We got another male who's gonna be.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Yeah. And then, for Mainstay, we are full, but we will be adding 2 more beds, which is fantastic because Lord knows we need them. Everywhere's full. So, yeah.
It does sound pretty full, but at least there are some immediate availabilities. We can get these filled up. Was there anybody else out there? Any of our other partners?
I have 2 female in Riverside, for transitional thing, and then I have 2 male in Reno. I do have a few referrals to review for them, but, yes, and then I should have more coming in January as they transition out.
Well, we said 2 female and 1 male.
2 male and 2 male.
2 female, 2 male.
Yes. The referrals I have only been made, so I'm still waiting.
Okay. Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Where do you guys get referrals from? Is it through the coordinated entry system?
Yes, for Life Ministries has to go through that, that assessment
Okay.
aspect. Rainbow's programs vary, they do their own street outreach and do an interview process for some of them, yeah.
And for instance, we have 2 staff that do the VSP, that the coordinated entry system at CFSC.
Okay.
And they do that, for the entire county. Anybody that happens to be walking through the door or gets, we get a phone call as they come in, but everything that we do normally goes through the coordinated entry system.
Okay.
So that way we're taking advantage of the most recent availability that's out there for these solutions. But then again, it's also up to the youth that we're working with, or the adults that we're working with, and having them take advantage of.
Yeah, and for Safe House or the TLP, we don't have to go through the coordinated entry. They just fill out an application.
And TLP is transitional.
Yes, transitional living, 18 to 21 months.
Do you have any availability in your shelter for the minors?
Oh, yeah, 6, thank you. 6 beds for minors in Riverside.
And that has to go through coordinated entry?
No,
that's the part of it.
emergency. Yes,
Okay.
that's, call us and we'll figure it out.
Okay. So would it be helpful if I were to email all of my homeless youth liaisons in the school districts and the schools to
Yes.
let them know the bed availability?
Yes.
And then for them to
Mhm.
call the number you gave us yesterday?
Yes,
Okay.
and then we can coordinate transportation. Ashley's our safe place coordinator, so
Okay.
she'll coordinate transportation with the shelter.
Okay, so 6 beds for minors.
Yeah, I think it'd be really great if we both attend that meeting in January.
Yeah.
So May actually meets with all of the school liaisons, and I was, before the meeting started, I was just letting her know that what the Office of Home Services is currently doing is we're trying to solidify all those partnerships between the school districts in the region and just, with our shopping centers.
Yes.
So I think it'd be really great
Yeah.
if we can, put something together. Yeah.
Yeah, she presented virtually,
Oh, perfect.
but it would be great to always have in person
Yeah,
and
totally.
more relevant in terms of here's where you go through the coordinated entry system, here's where you don't, like a visual. And minors is where they're focused. I mean, they do have 18-year-olds that are seniors in high school. And we also have programs that are for students who return after 18 to get their diplomas.
Yes.
So we also have.
And we work together.
Perfect.
Rainbow's got my personal cell phone
Yes.
number. I
So
have
either way,
hers,
like-
I just, I think all your staff have my cell phone.
Yes, yes.
And, so yeah, I always refer to them, and if it's the foster youth, they just immediately, I'm working with them right now on a youth.
Right.
So we communicate
All the time.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
It
And
is
we-
so
we
nice
also
in person
advocate-
to have faces.
Yes, and we also advocate for using the coordinated entry system
Of
too,
course.
if it's net, because a lot of the times in order to navigate, we have to go through there first anyway, but if
course.
it's a minor, it's a different thing.
Okay, yeah, that would be good for districts to know, the staff to know, and especially when there's an emergency situation. That would be, the vouchers, I think, will be much more helpful to those families. It's not just minor alone, right? The minor and family? Or
For the vouchers?
yeah,
Sorry, who we talked about
the ones you said that don't need to go through the coordinated entry.
Oh, the
system.
bed, shelter
The bed,
beds.
shelter beds,
Yeah, it's just for the youth.
It's just for the youth.
Yeah,
A
but
minor.
there are, yes, just for the minor, but, you know, we can help the whole family as a whole, give them resources, that's when we would.
Go back into the
Yes.
coordinated.
Or even just for referrals, like Family Promise, I don't think they go. Never mind, I don't know. I'm not gonna say something I don't know, but you know, we can help with resources.
Perfect, okay.
I don't know, but like, so for YHB, it can be a little bit different too. Let's say, you know, not a minor, but let's say it's like, you know, a youth who is a primary, you know, who receive the most income, you know, out of the whole household, out of the whole family. You know, they can be the head of the household and, you know, we can actually like, you know, house the entire family
Okay,
under YHB,
oh,
in,
okay,
in some cases.
that's neat.
Yeah, but you know, there's always, we always want to prioritize like unaccompanied youth though.
Yes.
You know, but it can
Yes.
see, you know, if it ever comes down to that, you know, like, let's say, like I said, the youth is the primary, you know, breadwinner,
Yes,
then,
definitely,
yeah.
Okay.
We can also,
perfect.
yeah.
So when you have the various liaisons that are at the district front, but Amanda comes to mind because I work with her a lot for him. She's indicating that too.
Is Amanda? Okay,
She's one of them.
yeah, there's, yeah,
But,
I work with Mary work.
yeah, Mary Mochi, she's at the resource. Amanda's at the district office, and then she's at multiple campuses. Because they had run into a unique situation from someone up in Hamilton, up in the Anza area, that now had to be moved out southwest. And we ended up, it was Project Touch.
Okay.
Temecula area.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you're familiar with it. We need to be.
Yeah.
Because they had the immediate fix for, you know, the need that was coming up for the young ladies. I know people move in and out of positions and
Correct.
companies and things like that. Again, is if you have something available for our use on this, with this group, for who those contact persons are throughout the
I do
various
have a
districts,
list, yes, absolutely.
that would be great and pretty beneficial to have, because again, it's changed, like with Santa Center Unified, because that's
Yes.
where I'm close to that, but again, Rubidoux, Jeremy works with several school districts out in Riverside Unified. And then like Ruth at our Planet Youth Outlet, also, where she's got a couple of different high schools that she's working with as well. But again, people change.
Yes,
People
and I
move
can
in
give you
and
an
out of
update
positions.
list, absolutely,
Yeah.
it's on our website, but I'll just give you an easier access to
Yeah,
it.
great.
I just said to Greg, that should probably be one of our goals, is to come up with like an instruction sheet for minors. Here's the places you go, here's the process. 18 and up.
Because it's always been one of my first calls. If I had a minor situation, I'd call them.
Calling the school.
Yeah,
district.
I just
And now, since we moved into the coordinated entry system, that's one of the tools that's been beneficial for us to be able to at least get them directed.
Yes. 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 You can always reach out to me if you are having challenges getting in touch with us.
Oh, they're usually pretty receptive. Elizabeth.
So I walked in just in time. One of the goals when we talked last year was that when a family calls Home Connect, if they have minor children, that a message goes directly to the district, because they may not always be labeled as homeless in the district. So that was gonna be,
It would be great if.
like, that's a goal of how, and we were supposed to finish a discussion on how to make that happen. Because they may disclose to you COC and Home Connect, but they may not disclose to us.
Right. And Lucy, if you're on, is that like a breach of confidentiality, a
Other
HIPAA?
counties do it. That's what we got.
They do? Is there, but maybe there's an
Yeah,
agreement, a release.
So if we need to do that, we can do that. But we can reach out to other counties to see how they're doing it.
So Lucy, did you have any feedback?
Sorry, repeat that one more time?
That if a family that has minor children reaches out and they're homeless, is that feasible then that there's an automatic way to notify the school district? so that they know if that youth should be receiving assistance from McKinley Vento?
I've never encountered that issue. I'm not too sure if we do send an automatic like notification.
Right now, we have the school district staff here. As of right now,
Mhm.
there is not that process set up. They're just asking, is that feasible? Is that, because apparently other counties have
Yes.
created that procedure?
So the first way it could be done is with consent. So that would mitigate an MOU.
Right, that'll be the
So
fastest.
That's the fastest way, is so that we ask the parent, do you mind if we notify the liaison so they can reach out to you and make sure that
At your
you're.
child's school district, so they can support you with the educational barriers. Yes.
Yes, and inform you of your rights and
Yeah.
this what services you're entitled to in the district. That's the fastest way.
Yeah.
Is get consent. Absent consent, we probably would need an MOU.
Mhm. I think it would be a great way to make sure we're wrapping the child with all the resources
Yeah,
possible.
All the
right?
ones we can
Yes.
provide. All
And the
ones
families,
we can-
because
Yeah.
we tend to, as school districts, when they hold events like Winter Wonderland for toys or food distribution or back to school, school supplies and whatnot, the liaisons will share those flyers with the families that are identified as McKinney Vento first, so that they have priority. So there are additional supports and services and resources being provided within the school district. And if they're not tagged as McKinney Vento, they may miss those opportunities. So I do think it would be a really great if we could do like a little line at the bottom of a consent form. And then we give you the list of the contacts. And then when you do come present at the Homeless Youth Liaison Network meeting, this could be something we could,
Right.
mention to them and build that bridge of connection between Home Connect and school districts.
Yeah. I feel like this was brought up last year, wasn't it?
That's what she said.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
It's all
It's
coming to
coming
me,
back.
like, I remember last year too, like, I was trying to figure out, like, with my team, like, how to go about that. But yeah, we get the ideas, but I mean, if this is feasible, like you said, in other, have we reached out to other counties to see how they're doing it?
I haven't asked how, but I just know that they brought up that that's how they're ensuring the wraparound support.
Yeah.
That's where I got the idea.
And is there a way for RCOE to have access to coordinated entry system? Or, because I thought you were training for Roof Unified School District at one point on how to enter referrals in coordinated entry system? Or maybe
They
I'm
have reached out, but that's where it gets tricky. And Lucy, I know you're on the call, correct me if I'm wrong, but an agency or an organization, they must be providing some type of services
Makes sense.
in relation to like home services.
Okay,
They must have some sort of program tied to them.
Yeah.
In order to become licensed.
okay.
Lucy, I hope I'm not missing anything.
No, that's pretty spot on. Because there's just a limited number of licenses. So it's very hard to kind of get some without having like an actual like service that we're trying to track and
And the other option would be the MOU be with us. For the RCOE. For Home Connect. We're the ones notified, and then we use our staff to notify the district.
Did you catch that, Lucy?
yes.
That's
I'd
what
have to
we're
get
about.
Yeah.
I'd have to get with John when he comes back from the conference he's at. As he oversees Home Connect, he knows the little ins and outs of that. We
Okay.
can set up, if you want to reach out to me, we can set up some time with John and possibly Monique, our manager that oversees CES, to potentially try to get that going and see, or see if it's possible. If it's being done at other counties, I don't see why not.
Great. Thanks, Lucy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, thank you.
And we overtook that. I don't know if there's anybody online that wants to share that.
And if there was anybody else out there that has some valuable information for us on that availability, that'd be great. But it's good to have these conversations. If not, we're gonna move along here. Item B, Savannah Brown is going to share with us the Youth Action Board updates.
Yeah, so we had a few YAB members attend the NYEC Youth Days Conference in Washington, DC. It was Terry, Rudy, and Marissa. I'm not sure if
all of them are on, if they want to give some feedback of the conference.
I'm on. My name is Rudy Arias, and um, so it was really cool. Actually, it was a really great experience. I'm really grateful for it. Because when else are we gonna be able to talk to the speakers for congressmen? So that was just like an amazing experience. So I'm very grateful for that. And it was very. Um, I also went to the one in Baltimore. It was different. Um, but that one was also really nice, and I was really grateful for that one as well. But this last one was really cool, and it was really great to just feel involved, I guess. So that's what I have to say about that.
Awesome. Thank you, Rudy. Um, yeah.
So I think Rudy's being a bit too humble. So I kind of want to shout them out. I want to shout her, Terry, and Marissa out. I was able to attend the DC trip with them, and I just got to tell you guys, like they all did an excellent job speaking and lobbying with the offices of Senator Adam Schiff, Nancy Pelosi, and Mark Takano. And basically this year's focus at NYC was to garner more support for the bipartisan Opportunity Youth Caucus, which was formally launched last year by Democrats and Republicans. And pretty much the overall goal of that caucus is to prioritize policies that will support opportunity youth throughout the nation. And so what we learned is that in our county alone, in Riverside County alone, we have about just under 15,000 opportunity youth that are disconnected from either education or employment. And so basically what we did is, we went to the offices of Nancy Pelosi and Mark Takano, and, we asked them to, it was more Mark Takano, because while we were there, that's when Nancy Pelosi had, announced that she was rerunning. But we had, pressured his office, Mark Takano's office to, join that caucus. And, I'm proud to say that all three offices, they all, affirmed their support for this, bipartisan caucus. And Mark Takano's office, they did express that they would be willing to visit our community and see, what's going on in our community once, that starts, once the change starts to happen, right? As of right now, though, there is no clear motive for what the caucus wants to do, considering budget cuts and everything going on, right? So it was really more when we went over to Senator Adam Schiff's office, it was just asking him for more money. That's I think it was who was it? Terry, I don't know if it was you, Terry, but literally the first words were like, we need more money. And the whole room, we started laughing. It's like, no, that was pretty much why we're here. And his director was like, okay, just starts taking notes, but it was that straightforward. It's like, yeah, we need more money. We need you guys to prioritize the caucus and its programs. And so, I just wanted to shout you guys out because you guys all did good. The night before they found out that they would be the ones lobbying, they all thought that it was going to be us. And I was like, nope, it's a youth conference. You guys are going to do it. So, the night before they're like sweating, writing notes. I don't mean to throw you guys under the bus, but, the next day they did really well. And, I'm proud of them. So I just wanted to, kind of put you guys on the spotlight. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all the updates for YAB that we have. Thank you.
So item that will support our youth. Riverside County launched the Foster Fair app, which is a one-stop shop. We launched it October 27th. We're currently piloting with about 50 youth, 2 districts, our youth empowerment kids in 2 districts through the end of December. So currently the app has a wellness check-in that's monitored 24/7 through 65 by live crisis clinicians. So anytime the youth scores less than a 3, it pops up, let's talk. They have to actually type, no, I'm good. There's no box to check, so they can just opt out. They actually have to interact with a live human being. If their wellness check-in is good, but they need help later, things change that day, they can still choose to interact 24/7 through 65 with a live clinician. It has a GPT chat feature specifically curated to respond to needs of foster youth. So the example I usually give is, how do I get my birth certificate? It's different for you and I versus a foster youth. So it tells them specific foster youth related. It has a vault so they can securely store important documents, transcripts, birth certificate. But where we stand out versus other apps aimed at foster youth is we have a burial shop that's curated Amazon store for school supplies, hygiene items, and clothing that's delivered to their school site so that they get it. They can also add another address. So during school holidays and such, or if they want an Amazon locker, it can be delivered where they want. We're currently adding a 4th store for extracurriculars. So we had youth say that they needed like mouth guards for football and such. And every youth was started with $50 or 50 ferret funds, as we call them. And we run challenges. So if they show up at their game tonight, they get an additional 20 ferret funds. They use the wellness app, the wellness feature 10 times, they get 5 ferret funds. And so we run challenges to give them additional money in the store. We had a request for graduation related items. So we're in the process of working to add senior related items to the store. And youth have a QR code where they can add additional items that they want. So by December 3rd, we will be adding, and this goes to address your opportunity youth. We are adding a dropout recovery program where they will send a laptop or Wi-Fi device anywhere in California for youth to get back on track. So it'll be a full high school diploma recovery program, virtual. And so if the youth is on runaway status, they're AWOL, they just dropped out, they need to reconnect, all the way up to the time they age out of THP plus, which is like age 25. So the youth can enroll in that program, all at no cost to the school districts. So, by January, we will have a single course offering availability so the youth can do credit recovery. So if they're maxed out on credit recovery in their school program, so that we can prevent dropouts. And so like we heard from the youth, she's 40 credits behind. She can only do 10 credits this semester, next semester, so she's not been 10 credits in summer school, so she's done 10 credits to graduate. She'll be able to take those 2 classes to the program and graduate on time. So that's our next offering that'll roll out. And then so come January, it's going to also start getting to another event. And that fall one fall starting and then like 50 to 50 ferret funds and add challenges so they can increase the funds based on whatever contributions and donations that we're able to. So
if I write the tutoring option in that as well.
It will be added. So phase 2 is rights and advocacy. We'll add tutoring at some shortly. It'll have rights and advocacy, college and career, and college and then career. So in the career, we'll be working with local companies to have a job board, so they can apply right through the app for a job. It'll have videos on how to get a job, how to keep a job, resume writing, all of that. They're 2 to 3 minutes, very short and sweet. They'll be able to get help with FAFSA, writing a college essay, reviewing a resume, like they'll be able to get input on resumes, comparing the college side by side, because we heard from kids that they like what Darden Scholars offers at UCR, but they want to go to UCI or UC San Diego, and how do I know that works for me? So they'll be able to get colleges side by side. It'll have virtual college tours. So those are all things that will be rolled out in the next few months.
Elizabeth, I'm sorry, I didn't catch the name of the app.
Foster ferret.
Foster
And how
Ferret.
did that come to be? A girl said, I like ferrets. And the kid said, great, let's name it Foster Ferret. Apparently that's all there is to it. Yeah.
His logo is cute and his cute.
It is a cute logo.
Do you have flyers?
In my office. I can go get them. I'll bring them back.
Or if anything, if you email them to Gershon, then he can send them out to the whole.
I don't have them virtual.
Oh, okay.
They have the website they can check out.
Do you want to listen to your somebody?
Well, I can grab this up at your office after,
Okay.
and I can just scan it at the office.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I did have a quick question, for both, Neha, but I don't know if you guys have heard of the recent, Assembly bill in the state of California that was passed, AB 540. I don't know if you guys have heard of it.
Tell me a little bit about it.
So,
Is it the seed program?
no, it's the one, it's the one where, so now like if a student, is in continuation school, they no longer are required to do like the full 5 days. Instead, like they can, attend school for 3 days out of the week.
Yeah.
And 2 days, enroll into like a workforce,
Yes.
program. Is that one? Is that the same? No.
Probably.
And they can still get like credit,
Yeah.
to fish. So
Yeah.
have you guys,
Yeah.
okay.
We talked about it, I want to.
Yeah.
Have you guys been like partnering with like,
We have another division for that.
No, okay.
That's probably.
It's something that we've been doing in WIOA since our COE is in each one of our centers.
Yeah.
We have the CBK program in there, and so
Yeah.
there are credits that they earn.
Yeah.
Based off of, it could be an occupational skills game that they've done, or the actual work experience that they're doing, and they're earning credits onto it. So the bill is something that's new and introduced, but it's something that, again, I think our COE has been doing with us, at least with WIOA, for a number of years.
However, it's a moot point for youth on the AB, on the reduced credit diploma track, because we don't need any electives, so it's
Right.
130 credits. And so, but the youth transferring into our graduation, our diploma recovery program may now become eligible for reduced credit diploma, whereas they weren't eligible because they were consistently enrolled in the same school. So, we are taking that into consideration. Like right now, we're talking, like, we just had a youth dropout Monday. He's only 20 credits behind and he's 19. So we'll capture him, in the next few weeks and get him enrolled and get him graduated by June.
But on the flip side of it, we've had youth that come into it that still needed those 40, 50 credits going in through it. And after further review deep into it, they found out they only need 10 and they're done in a month.
Yeah.
Much sooner. So it's been a plus. And it's also been, something onto a challenge.
So, yeah, there's options are unlimited.
Yeah.
If you re-engage.
Yeah.
You said it was up to 25, can they enroll, like, when they are 25 and then continue?
364 days, can they enroll and start?
And one day.
Wow.
Yeah, and the diploma program. Yeah, so, we're not gonna turn kids away for that. I don't know. So Graduation Alliance is already at Comeback Kids. So it's already a program in the county. It just might not be through foster care.
Okay, so if they are 25, they cannot enroll.
Comeback Kids will take kids to 100, they don't care. Yeah, so,
Yeah.
so there's no age limit.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
just through foster ferret, in order to be eligible for app services, you have to be eligible for some sort of foster services, whether it's extended foster care, THP plus. There has to be some eligibility somewhere in order to be able to enroll for the app.
Okay.
It's another one of those acronyms that have changed too. The CBK doesn't mean kids in.
I thought you said CPP.
Yes, but our COE programs, there's no age limit, to get your diploma, GED prep, any of that, will take you, we had a 99-year-old.
Wow.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So hopefully that,
Yeah.
come January, if you know kids, send them my way. I'm the program manager, but we will be going to all of our high schools to send consent. But it is school independent for the app. So only thing you need to be attending a school for is to get signed up. But you don't even have to be attending a school. Like if you know kids, you can send them to me, we'll get them signed up.
Okay, so like some of my youth who are moving into THP and struggling to get themselves to high school,
I can show you how to sign them up. And so that's what we're offering, to go into schools and provide, Yeah, we're going into schools to provide pizza and donuts to sign kids up. But we can show agencies, different agencies, if you want to learn how to sign kids up, we're happy to come sit down with you and show
We
you
should
that.
just put together an education session maybe and have.
Sorry to keep interrupting, but I mean, like, we're.
That would save you from
Yeah.
doing 20 different.
Yeah,
things.
that'd be fantastic. It's super easy and we have found that the digital literacy for our kids, foster youth, is non-existent for many of them. It was shocking, like that was a huge eye opener. Asking a kid, what is your email? Well, it's this email.com.
They can TikTok
I'm like,
tomorrow,
wait,
but.
that's not an email, honey. But do you mean Gmail? No, it's email.com. I said, oh, there's no such thing as email.com, honey. So let's try Gmail. And sure enough, that's what it was, but then they can't remember their password. And so, so it's been taking us about an hour and a half for 8 kids to 2 hours. But we're making it even easier to sign up. So we're happy to like show this group. Whoever wants to know how to sign kids up, give you the website, and then we just verify that they have some sort of services. Yeah, if that's what you want to do, come January, I can come show you all how to sign kids up, and then you're on your own. But if you need help, have problems, I'm happy. And then we're adding 3 more phases. There's 4 phases total. So in the end, there'll be journals, direct connect to social workers, to legal. There will be a emergency contact hub. There will be a resource matching hub. Yeah, we're building it up.
Okay, we'll move on into the next one here, our coordinated intersystem update from Lucy. You still with us, Lucy?
I sure am.
Right.
So I'll be providing the numbers for the month of October. So in the month of October, we had 52 youth on the community queue. And we had 7 youth connected to opportunities waiting outcomes. Of those 7, 3 went into rapid rehousing and 4 were part of the YHDP initiative. And for currently, we have 27 on the queue that are scoring rapid rehousing scores and 42 scoring on the PSH level. So we are working to get them connected to upcoming opportunities. Thank you.
Fantastic. You said 4 on that were YHDP eligible.
4 were straight connected to YHDP, yes, according to our trackers.
What is the rapid housing score for like the?
So rapid rehousing on the VI spit out would be when they score 4 to 7.
4 to 7, okay.
Mm-hmm. And permanent supportive housing goes 8 if you're an individual, or 9 if you're a family, up to 20.
Next. Thank you, Lucy.
Thank you.
Moving into our next category, we have a member spotlight with. Yeah, a member spotlight with Life Ministries. That's you?
I can stay here.
Hey, you can.
Yeah.
What were you talking
Um,
The owl picture.
yeah, I think I have slides too.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, well, yeah, my name's Elena Peoples, and I have been with Path of Life Ministries for going on 2 years. As my program manager, and then my colleague of RCC. So, sorry. Oh. Thank you. Yeah, so I started out actually being protected out by RUSD. So I was very familiar with the Canadian tow. I worked with a lot of families undergoing that process. And then I went to the Rubicon. So it was a transition, but through all that, I'm excited to be a part of YHGP because I think both of those projects really practice that. But yeah, I mean, Path of Life began as a small dream, and our first effort was group homes for men and women back before, and it was a faith community at first. Although that no longer exists, the nonprofit has gone on strong for almost 30 years. And we exist literally to walk people home. And our mission is to assist people experiencing homelessness by walking with them from chaos to calm. And we do this by addressing personal and systemic barriers faced by this most vulnerable and unschooled population. And we're convinced that all people deserve shelter. We make no apologies for this conviction, and are excited that through the years our organization has grown to what it is today. Children who experience homelessness are 40% more likely to become unsheltered adults. And so in the program that we have now, that's the demographic that we're serving. And that intergenerational homelessness. And with this demographic, we really try to break that cycle. And then PLM is focusing energy on interrupting that, which is why YAC is such a good fit for our agency. This is just the process of our housing first practice. And this is all good information also for partner agencies to know. The idea that we talk about of there's no wrong door. So we do have, we meet them where they're at, which is usually outdoors in a lot of circumstances, but we don't leave them there alone. Street outreach is the long relational work of coming alongside people to offer those needed services. We also operate at the public libraries as well. And from street outreach, we can bring people into our emergency shelter. And directly, the goal is directly into that transitional housing piece. So these are programs that we have in place now. There are others that we have had in place in the past. In recent years, our college housing program has served more than 80 students a year. And it gave us the experience and confidence to step into that YHGP space. And then our permanent supportive housing cares for more than 80 families. And most of these families we met ourselves outdoors. And then finally, that piece of moving to increase people's income and providing those needed services is a key role that's played by our Justice Involved Reinsurance program. So that is a new program that we just started through the state of California, and that provides certification programs, trainings, backgrounds, and stipends for youth and adults involved in justice affected. And then our enhanced care management team is partnered with IHP, and that is a team that we have that directly provides those medical care services. So they are paired to therapists, they're paired to dentists through their medical insurance. And then these are just the services that we have offered. This is 2023 stats. And then the shelter bed nights a year is such a high number because a person may come for one night and not trust us yet. And they may leave and they may come back. And that's the moment where we can really create that relational role into their next step in their journey. This is our homeless shelter. It's our emergency shelter, and we serve more than 90 men and women that's here. And then youth who need a shelter bed use this shelter. So if there are availability, you can always send me an email or a text to let me know, and I can see if there's any bed availability for youth over the age of 18 to stay in the shelter. This is a 90-day program. It's a dormitory style. We are hoping to create semi-private rooms in the future. However, this is up to 90 days with an intensive case management that is in-house. And this is where they can do VI spin-outs, they can do the essential doc process, they can pair them to medical and employment. within the shelter before they transition onto that transitional housing piece. And then these are just inside the shelter. This is our lobby when you first walk in, and then this is the common area space where they do receive those 3 meals a day. We also have a family shelter, and this is for adults with minor children in their care. It's the same model and care plans that we have at the emergency shelter. So in YHGP, we do meet some individuals that do have minors and kids. So this is a place that we would enroll them into if they're looking for emergency shelter. And then this is the YHGP program numbers as of right now. We have 9 people in our transitional housing and RH units. And it has been just amazing to see their progress in such a short time. So 3 of them have been paired to that enhanced care management where they started therapy sessions. 6 have been paired to employment, and 3 have been paired to the justice impacted department to help them with those certifications and overcoming that barrier. So it's been great to see the progress in such a quick time. And then mental health has no age and it does not discriminate. And Path of Life is equipped to walk alongside people from all traumatic events who suffer from mental health that may be associated with it. That's why we created a unique questionnaire that outlines exactly what type of case management the individual wants and the ways that they feel supported and understood. And thank you to our YAB and YAC board because they were the ones that really came in and we asked them, what are some things that you wish had happened? And that was something that they said. Somebody sitting down and knowing what they prioritize, knowing what they wanted and catering to that instead of just telling them what they should be comfortable with. And the number 1 stated answer and the question I have on there, what's important for you most is honesty and support. And so just through that, it's just given me a glimpse into what they value and our relationship with them and their progress has been so much because it's something so simple that we implemented from y'all's recommendations. So thank you. But yeah, I mean, through our time with these individuals, Path of Life has noticed that after talking to them and hearing their dreams and desires, that they start to get that hope of them very quickly. And just learning that, oh wow, these were possible with the proper support. And once that vision comes and you can see it happen, like there's no stopping that momentum. So we had 2 girls that entered our transitional housing unit, and in the first week, they each sent 20 applications in for employment. In the second week, they each had 3 interviews, and in the third week, they both got hired, and their income is being seen. And they know it's possible because they did that. They had a small, I always say this is not a handout, this is a step stool, because you're the one that's stepping up. And they can be proud of that and they can look back knowing that they did that. And so that's just been beautiful. We've had amazing donors that have supported our work thus far. And Squirrel's Hand is cookies that a donor made, homemade cookies to welcome her into her house that she'll be staying in. And it was just a small glimpse of something that they might not have thought. So these are a few pictures from our transitional unit. To the left, everything is fully stocked. And thanks to so many donors and so many amazing people who bought our Amazon wish list that we created for each of these houses. And then to the right, I don't know why I love this bathroom. I wish it was mine with the colors. But that is our bathroom in our women's home. And then these are both our women and men's common areas. We really catered this space to feel like it was a dorm style house, to feel like they could come in. And we also wanted the artwork and the pieces that we have on the walls to be empowering and to be inspirational into the next steps that they're implementing in their life. And so each space was directly curated to fit that vision. And then, so like I said, a dorm style. To the right is a studio unit that we have for somebody that is a little further along in their income and ready to pay that portion. And each is furnished and ready for move-in whenever their move-in date is. And then this, the girls love this in the house. It's pomegranate tree.
Nice.
They have fruit trees all throughout the backyard, and that's just been something that they have loved doing. It always smells like pomegranates when I come in because they picked them, and it's just been a sweet space where they can go outside and just have that serene moment of peace in a life that feels so chaotic. So, yeah. And then our qualification is just that we are an organization with a heart, and we specifically hire most of our employees to be able to relate to the clientele that they're talking with. And so 51% of our employees at Kevin have these lived experiences. They can say I've been there and share that peer support process that is so valuable in people's lives. And then these are just a few of the aspects how the community helps. Is our guest chef team, share a one-time gift, sponsored stay for somebody. It costs about $80 a day per individual to stay at the shelter. And then we have different rental properties that we partner with as well. So yeah, these are my chief program officer, my program manager who's here, Joanna, and myself, and our contact info. So please let me know if there are any questions about the process. We do have an outreach team that is more than able. I know we were talking about some influx of needing to do the VIS for that and having that component. And our outreach team is more than capable to do that. So if there are anybody falling through the cracks, just let me know, and I can pair them with my outreach team to prep them to where they can send me or a different agency that would after there. Are there any questions?
Comment. I just want to say it's been a dream to refer to you because you just like, you're responsive, you are just very, and you give updates. I don't think anybody gives updates anymore. You're just like, hey, your client's doing so well. This is what he's doing. So thank you. You're great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Staff say the same thing. So
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet.
highly recommend it.
Now in your dorm type housing, how many individuals per house?
So, in that house, there's 3 rooms. So we have 3 individuals.
Oh, so they don't share bedrooms, but
No.
bedrooms just share the
They
common
have a
area.
room with a lock on the door.
Oh.
And so their room is their space, and that's a huge, people are hesitant toward that if they're a component, but having that makes the difference, and they're so much more inclined to agree to it.
And those properties are in Riverside proper.
So my women's is in Riverside. I have a 3 bedroom house and then a studio back unit. And then in Moreno Valley, I have a 3 bedroom house, a 2 bedroom, and a studio, and that's the men's. Just for that ratio that we see that, and I'm getting more. So that's to fit that component of it.
Yeah, just to echo what Rich said, I'd also like to commend you on all your, all the work that you're doing, doing an excellent job. So it's definitely been easy to work with you guys. I had a good question about, the folks who have been employed. How easy was all that process for them to identify like an employer or just like, get connected to that job?
I would love to take credit for that, but I can't. Because 80% of that was on the individual and how much they wanted it. And the other people that I have been seeing, it has been easy from the help with the bridge, plus my justice impacted team just in that. However, there are other individuals where it seems to be really hard to break that. And we are experiencing a little bit of that. Even one of the girls that did end up getting a job, she did get hired to begin with, but it was a 3-day trial at some warehouse. And so after that, they didn't choose her. And so that we're running into that. as well. But the difference with the girls getting jobs so quickly was their mass output of applications. So that was a huge component in that for sure.
I have a question about the family shelter. How many families can fit in there? 30 families, I think. And then only Riverside.
Yes, it's just in Riverside. Yeah, and again, it changes daily, so there are, seasonally, and I can check those too.
Were there any online questions?
Well, thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so at this point, we get to call for agenda items for the next meeting. If there's anybody that has anything that they'd like us to put on the agenda. If anything does come up, afterthoughts, please feel free to reach out to Greg, myself, Mark, Gershom, anybody will kind of help get that stuff on the agenda. And then at this time, we would like to open up for any announcements that people might have about their agencies. So online, if you would want to put your hand up or put something in the chat, Clarice is like monitoring that if you have something that you have for an announcement. Does anybody here in person first have anything for announcements? Great.
Of course.
Good.
CFLC, California Family Life Center has for 42 years. We've done a giving tree project that launched on the 14th of November. And so we are currently in the process of getting out there in the community. We have lots of partners out there that allow us to come in and put up a Christmas tree, decorate it, and hang a bunch of wish lists along with drop-off boxes throughout. So there's probably about 75 different businesses throughout Riverside County. It's just not in the Henderson single area. We get out all over the place. And so these giving trees, you might see them out there when you're at a Starbucks or when you're, someplace. They're in restaurants, places like that. We encourage you to, if it's in your heart, to grab one of those wish list tickets and buy a gift, because we are continually supporting our families through our foster and adoption agency, through our kin care, through our STRTP and our group homes for our young ladies. And then again, our participants that have children that are at our youth centers, all of the youth, whether or not they're in YHDP or WIOA or Second Chance or YAP or whatever grant that we've got them into. I want to encourage you. That's going to be out in the community. Again, it started on the 14th, and then it will culminate on the 15th. That's when we pull everything back in from that's been all out there. And we have this huge wrapping party on the 16th of December, where we bring in hundreds of people into our center in Hemet. And we have thousands of rolls of wrapping paper and thousands of gifts that we just start wrapping. And then we actually get them all delivered out before Christmas back to those families and back to those individuals. So yeah, started on the 14th and we're going to end it up on the 15th and then be doing a wrapping party on the 16th. Yeah,
I
Clarice.
was gonna ask, are you taking, or what's the process of volunteering for that?
The point person for that, for instance, let's say you want to volunteer as part of the wrapping party. The point person for that would be Zach Bell. He is our development manager along with our chaplain. He's the one that spearheads up all of these outreach activities that we do for the families and the youth that we serve. You can go on cflc.org, just go onto our website, or you can look up ZBEL at cflckids.org. I know he had flyers and he had a URL where you could actually, hit on the QR code and register for it. He had it in the past, but I haven't seen anything yet. Again, we just started putting the trees up out last Friday. We got staff that are out doing it again today. I've been knocking on Rocky and Kay's door for the last couple of days saying, bring your tree, bring your tree. But yeah, it's a really neat time that we can do this. It's very similar to what a lot of other school districts and then a lot of other partners that might do, like with back to school time, all that kind of stuff. But it's a huge, we supply thousands of gifts to hundreds of families.
It's just something I received from who I was working with at REIT. my time there, was the events list for things like that. Is that something that you could send out to us? Those backpack giveaways, those Christmas things?
Yeah, absolutely. So our COE is, supporting districts doing the events themselves. Our COE used to do a winter wonderland event and 2 back to school resource fair events. And what we have decided to do is partner with a regional district. So Alvord Unified School District is one of our regional resource centers now that is going to support the Riverside school districts by hosting the back to school resource fair. So when those events come and we have flyers, absolutely, I will continue to share them. In terms of winter wonderland events, we are putting that calendar of events together right now. So once I have that finalized, I will share that.
So
I do think if there's anything going on, I highly encourage anybody to email that cocus@rivco.org.
Okay.
Because Gershon is great about then sending it out to all the community partners, and it minimizes my efforts and distribution. Sorry.
Yes, okay.
It's what you get paid for.
Yeah, I just gave my social media guru, Octavio, a hard time yesterday. I says, I think I gotta go to tomorrow and I'll have a flyer. So, yeah, it's probably one of the most effective ways to get it out there. We can just kind of flood out our partners that are in our group and then even outside of our group. That's a big one for us every year.
Did anybody else online or anywhere have any other announcements?
So I wanted to introduce Ashley because she is our new safe place coordinator, which means that she's gonna be advocating for minor shelter. So she'll be in the schools, she'll be at police briefings all over the western region, she'll be in libraries and just making sure that safe places like our youth opportunity centers and the Bridge Center that we're all connecting in terms of how to get you safely to our shelter or to another shelter.
Question, you said western region, what do you?
Yes, so we have another safe place coordinator out in the desert and she pretty much,
So where does it stop and?
it stops about Banning Beaumont,
Okay.
right before the Badlands. So Hemet San Jacinto would be our border city. So she's covering this western end and then we have another person for the desert. So she's pretty prominent out there. She, they're making McDonald's safe places and stuff like that,
Yeah.
but yeah, out here, we're just, it's Ashley and, we haven't had a safe place coordinator out this way for a long time. So that means that, schools and, police and everyone will be seeing a lot more of us.
Okay. So if because we just opened the drop-in center, we're looking at doing one in Riverside, so that's gonna be work.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And I can share my email with you guys.
Yeah.
Would it be better if I write it down and pass it around, or if I just say it out loud?
I'll give it a try. Well, email it to Gershon and then. Sorry, Gershon.
Central.
Yeah, thank you.
And did anybody online have any announcements? No, okay. So, well, I guess I will share, we did open our new youth drop-in center. It is for the minors out in the Coachella Valley in our Palm Desert. So there's Gershon Cane, there's the Zen Den, they can come get food. We have a good about 7 youth who are now already showing up on a very regular basis. And we are trying to, we're partnering with Safe House of the Desert, that if there's a youth that's homeless, that we can connect them. We're partnering with Desert Flow, which is a drop-in center, so that if somebody over 18 comes in that's homeless, we can get them hooked up out there. So we're just trying to, get a spot to catch people to get them the resources. So
And you said we're opening one in Riverside?
that's gonna be the next, is the goal to open one in Riverside. I don't think they have a location. I don't know how far down the road is, but
That's very cool. Much needed.
yeah, so.
Oh, question, sorry, and I'm sorry. I keep interrupting you. Desert Flow, is it open? The drop-in center, is it officially open?
Not fully, I mean, yes, it is open, right? But,
Right.
in terms of like YCP services, not fully yet. But they are starting to receive a couple of, but yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And, okay, so this time,
Laura had an update.
yes.
Hi, everyone. Sorry I couldn't hop in at the start of the meeting. Can folks hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. Hello. So to answer a question about the Desert Hay Center, they are operating. We are still in the implementation phase. So all we ask is that there is patience as they're working through the process. But for the most part, they are starting. And I can leave the contact information as well.
They got Erica hired pretty fast, so,
Yeah, I bet. We're excited to start sending people, in, so.
yeah, I'm overwhelmed. I'm already knocking on their door, so. Okay, so at this time, we will adjourn. When is, our next meeting is December 18th, and it's virtual, so we will be sending out that link. Happy Turkey Day. I hope you get that happy.
Thank you, everybody.
I think sassy part really nice.
Thank you, everyone.